Have you ever wondered what happens to our cities when the earth shakes beneath them? Imagine the ground beneath your feet, the solid, stable foundation that we trust implicitly, suddenly starts to tremble, to quake. This is the harsh reality of earthquakes, a phenomenon that occurs thousands of times each and every year around our globe. From minor tremors that barely register on the Richter scale, to catastrophic quakes that bring entire cities to their knees, the power of Mother Nature is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Remember the Great San Francisco earthquake of 1906, or the more recent disaster in Haiti in 2010? These devastating events serve as stark reminders of the potential damage earthquakes can cause to our urban infrastructure. Let's not forget our towering skyscrapers, our sprawling cityscapes. They're not as steadfast as we'd like to believe. Our modern cities are not as invincible as we might think when the ground beneath them begins to shake. But what exactly causes these destructive natural phenomena? Well, let's take a journey to the core of the Earth. Our planet is made up of several large and small chunks of rocks, known as tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving, albeit at a pace slower than a snail's. However, when these plates collide or slide past each other, they generate a tremendous amount of energy. This energy then travels in the form of seismic waves, causing the ground to shake and tremble, what we know as an earthquake. These seismic waves come in different forms, each affecting the surface differently. Primary waves, or P waves for instance, are the first to arrive. They cause buildings to compress and expand, much like an accordion. Following closely are the secondary waves, or S waves, which cause more of a side-to-side shaking. But the real culprits behind the extensive damage are the surface waves. These move along the Earth's surface, causing up and down and side-to-side movements, resulting in the most severe ground shaking. Each type of wave can affect buildings and infrastructure differently, depending on their frequency and the building's design and materials. For example, taller buildings may sway with the slower, long-period waves, while shorter structures may shake with the faster, short-period waves. As we see, the Earth beneath us is constantly moving, and this movement can have serious implications for our built environment. So how do these seismic waves translate into damage to our cities and buildings? Earthquakes, in essence, shake the very ground beneath our feet, causing it to move in ways that our buildings and infrastructure are not designed to withstand. This can lead to catastrophic damage, like buildings collapsing, bridges falling, and roads cracking under the immense pressure of the Earth's movement. The key to preventing such disastrous outcomes lies in the concept of seismic design. This engineering principle is all about making our structures more resistant to the forces unleashed by an earthquake. It involves understanding the ways in which a building can shake during an earthquake, and then designing the building to handle those movements. For example, engineers might use flexible materials that can bend without breaking, or they might design a building to shift its weight in response to an earthquake's vibrations. It's a bit like designing a ship to roll with the waves, rather than trying to resist them. But designing buildings and infrastructure to withstand earthquakes is no easy task. It's a complex process that involves a deep understanding of geology, engineering, and architecture. And even with the best seismic design, there's always a limit to how much force a structure can withstand. While we've made significant advancements in seismic design, the reality is that no structure can be completely earthquake-proof. So, what have we learned today about earthquakes and their impact on our cities? We've journeyed into the depths of the Earth, exploring the science behind the tremors that shake our world. We've delved into the mechanics of tectonic plates and seismic waves, understanding how they create the ground-shaking phenomena we know as earthquakes. We've then taken these scientific concepts and applied them to our concrete jungles, examining how earthquakes can wreak havoc on our urban infrastructure. From toppling skyscrapers to rupturing pipelines, these natural disasters pose a significant challenge to our cities. In response to these challenges, we've also looked at the field of seismic design, the innovative methods engineers use to construct buildings that can withstand the power of earthquakes. The importance of understanding and preparing for earthquakes cannot be understated. As we continue to build and expand our cities, it's crucial that we keep the shaking reality of earthquakes in mind.